Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel Love It or More. This is your January 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising in Gemini. Just to let you know, I apologise for the late uploading of this video. I've been looking after my mum who's had shingles all week, so that has set me back a little. For those who are new to my channel, welcome, and those who have subscribed, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Okay, we'll be doing a Celtic cross today for January 2022. I'll be cutting the deck and taking jumpers out for clarifying with the Rider-Waite Tarot there. Before we begin, we'll do 20 seconds of the sound bowl just to tune into the energies. And remember that energies are non-gender specific. It is a general collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, deep breath in. And exhale. All right, Gemini, let us see what January has in store for you. Okay. Your current energy is Nine of Swords, some anxiety. What's crossing that is Three of Cups, people coming together wanting to celebrate, and here you're caught up in the headspace. Your conscious thoughts at the moment are the Magician. What can you manifest in the world, knowing that you actually have all the powers necessary to create a new outcome in your 3D exterior world. Subconscious is Ace of Pentacles, meaning that you feel there's a new beginning coming in. You can kind of feel it beneath the current, but you can't quite put your finger on it. A new start, something that can stand the test of time, has longevity to it. New project, a new job, a new property, anything in the physical world. Your past energy is the Page of Wands. Some news coming in that is excitable and interesting and exciting with regards to either work or project or creativity. Your future energy is the Ace of Swords. Wow, we've got two aces now. Ace of Swords, that truth serum, that's seeing from a whole new perspective, a way you haven't seen before. And this is all your energy here, Gemini, because you are air signs. You are all about navigating your thoughts and being able to handle a lot of different multiple thoughts at the same time. But I do feel in the beginning of the month you perhaps are a bit caught up in it. It's keeping you up at night. You're worrying about it a bit too much, but the clarity is going to come in and you're going to remove those nines and turn to the one. Right, your attitude at the moment is the Tower. Okay, so knowing full well that things have to crumble in order to create something new. Seasons come and go, change is on the horizon, and that which is old is now stale, needs to be removed. Your environmental factors at the moment is Eight of Cups, which is moving on, leaving a situation even though you've invested a lot into it, looking out into the horizon, not quite knowing exactly where you're going, but knowing that the horizon offers more than what you have currently. Your hopes and fears, Justice. Will you get the justice you deserve? Or is it not going to come in your favor? Hopes and dreams. So either way, because she's turned up in the reading, it does tend to point more towards a favorable outcome. if it was a legal system, or if it was a type of balancing, something where things have been a little bit overcomplicated, tit for tat, misunderstandings, it seems like the justice will come in your favor and you will get a positive review and account of it. And if it's a legal situation, would be favorable for you. But because it is in your hopes and fears, at the same time, while you're still waiting for this, sometimes self-doubt sets in. And excuse you, and perhaps that's why you're a bit caught up there in the headspace. Your outcome for the month is the Queen of Swords. Okay, so I do feel like you're coming into yourself again by the end of the month, because it is an air sign like you are. And you're going to be starting to speak your truth a bit more without hesitation and without having to compromise people pleasing for other people, knowing your truth and not being afraid to speak it how it is, which is really positive, because most of the time, let's face it, we can have many friends or family members out there, or partners or work colleagues, who can tend to be kind of blunt. But most of the time, people do generally try and tiptoe around things that they want to convey to you, particularly if it's a sensitive subject. And people usually do that because they don't want to offend anyone, or they're trying to be too politically correct, or whatever that may be. But sometimes it's better just to get it out straight and be absolutely brutally honest. But brutally honest initially first within yourself, to be able to know exactly who you are before you present it to others. But you're definitely coming back to your power. So where you've been allowing the swords to get at you, meaning allowing the thoughts, communications to drown you a bit, you're now moving back into your power with the Queen of Swords by the end of the month. Very nice. Right. Okay, let us clarify some of these cards just to get a little more insight for you. Okay, I want to know initially this Nine of Swords. What you worrying about here? Where is this worry coming from? Why is the Nine of Swords here for Gemini, please? Why is the Nine of Swords? Okay. The Hermit. Okay, so you're sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place. On one aspect, you are hoping to get the attention you deserve, in terms of hoping you will receive the honors, receive the outcome, receive the celebrations, receive the rewards for all the hard work that you've put in up until now. And on the other side, you're wanting to ensure that you go about this the right way, and you're doing some internal reflection as to how this is in your physical reality. So the big thing I'm picking up on is, how do I put this? When you do inner healing, introspection, and you start to identify your own belief systems, how they limit you, where they come from, and you start to bring illumination to them. Sometimes what it does is, even though on one side of the coin, you do want to be recognized by others, you do want to depart in one level of reality and expanding and moving up to another. But on the other side, you're really doing the deep work, saying, well, why is it do I care so much about what people think? Why is it that I need others to validate me? And this sort of introspection that you're doing, which is very healthy, very good for you, is causing you to sort of get tangled with all these thoughts as you go deeper into it. So I'm just going to interject quickly. The reason why I'm having quite a lot of pauses is one of my New Year's resolutions is to try and avoid saying or ah, because I tend to do that a lot, and my sister keeps catching me out, and I want people to catch me out. And so I'm trying to consciously be very aware of where I am umming or ahhing too much. So I might just insert a pause there, which is basically my own consciousness being very much aware of what I'm saying. Usually when I do tarot, I just go brrr, but I'm trying to have a bit more of a conscious approach to it. There we go. So that's why there's loads of pauses. But I do feel that's where you are at the moment. It's actually a really good, really expansive, very ascending stage to be in, by identifying what would something like this mean to you at a deeper soul level. What would rewards, what would celebrations being, and rewards, and basically the attention that seeing people, having people see you in your true light, how does that really affect you at a soul level? Okay, if you can do that within yourself first, and that will come automatically. I do feel like this is the kind of thing that's mulling on in your head at the moment. That's on a very sort of spiritual level, which does feel like it's pretty strong. But on a very practical level, it could be that concern over whether you're going to be given the recognition you deserve, right? Particularly if the Justice card is there. Okay. What are you manifesting? Oh, not really for you. Let me clarify the Magician, please. Clarify the Magician. Oh, thank you. Page of Cups. Oh, so you are creating, you have within your power with the Magician, who has all the elements at his fingertips, able to create whatever reality he so chooses. You are manifesting at the moment something that is going to bring in a new level of excitement as it relates to the heart. Now, it could be that in a way you're hoping and knowing that there is an attraction out there, that perhaps you feel very, you know, the deeper level that you are oozing this element of attractiveness, and people are going to be coming towards you, offering you compliments, gestures of love, good news. But ultimately what you're wanting is anything that can lift you up, lift you out of these burdens, so that you can have the prize that you've been working so hard towards. Ace of Pentacles. Actually, we don't need to do that. That's good enough. Ace. Oh, why is the Three of Cups? The Three of Cups is basically people coming together, celebrating. Everyone wants to get together, and it's causing quite a lot of concern with you. Perhaps you get family members who've come together and over the festive season, and now they want to see more of you, and this is just causing quite a lot of concern because one person sets somebody else off, which sets somebody else off, and it becomes a bit of a tit for tat, and it's a bit exhausting, right? Now, the Three of Cups, we've got with the King of Cups here as well. So the King of Cups is a very mature energy as it relates to the heart, as it relates to emotions, being emotionally very sound. He tends to be, I mean, he's quite a fatherly figure, non-gender specific, mind you, but very solid, very silent. Everything happens well beneath the surface. What is that saying? Still waters run deep. That's the King of Wands energy, and that's the thing that's coming up with this Three of Cups. So there is a desire to get involved in people coming together, get involved in little events, socializing, all that sort of excitement, because it is bringing you a deeper sense of maturity as it relates to how you navigate your own internal energies with people around you. It seems like your reading is pretty spiritual in the sense that you've done your work, right? Especially with that Page of Wands and the Justice waiting for that. You've done your work in terms of practical, the job that you do, right? And now's the time where you're trying to figure out, okay, well, what's next on my journey? What is a new thing? What's a new thing that I'm stepping into? Because I can feel it in my bones. I know I've got the power to create it and manifest it, and I've got the two aces, so I know I'm good. But now you're sort of in this area of play, where you're trying to play with how people relate to you, react to you, and how you interact with them as well. This dance that people have, and you're trying to understand a more heightened, bigger picture, intellectual, analytical perspective on it, because you're now graduating to the next level. So you really are sort of sussing all of this out in this space. You're using this as your clay at the moment. You're trying to mold and figure out, what sets me off? Who are my triggers? What are my triggers? How is this reflected in the people around me? Because it's a very sort of social energy here. So I do feel you're around a lot of people, but now you're going to get that aha moment. So that's what I want to find out. What is this Ace of Swords all about? The truth serum for Gemini. It's an Ace of Swords, please. Thank you. Ace of Cups. You see, you're wanting the love. You've got now three aces, brand new beginnings on the horizon. So this would come from your future. So that would be at the end of January, moving into February. But in deeper down, you know that there's something that's going to change, and it's something that's going to change forever, because the Ace of Pentacles is a long-term change, but it's obviously the new. So you've got aces represent potentials. The energy here is supporting you. It is supporting you to see from a whole new perspective. It's supporting you in terms of finding new love or finding a renewal of love. It can also be that internal, particularly if the spiritual introspection that what this reading is screaming out to me is doing, this internal introspection of how you react and relate with other people and vice versa, and what are not the rules and the regulations, but what are the idiosyncrasies and the dynamics involving all of that. That's going to see yourself from a whole new perspective. You're going to be operating more from a place of love, because you start to see how people actually at the base level, at the founding level, doesn't matter what layers they pile up over it in terms of their personality, at the deep heart of the level is love. Geez, I would not have realized this reading would go this way. Okay, so what's your attitude? Because obviously the way things have been, you know deep down that things need to crumble and move on. So what is crumbling? Why is a Tower here, please? Can we get more information on the Tower, please, for Gemini? I mean, the Tower could literally mean metaphorically as the Tower, the system, the governmental aspects of things in place, you know, the system, the regulations, society, all that sort of stuff. Okay, we've got four of Wands here, 7 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Cups again. Okay. Oh, so it seems to me like your lifestyle as you know it, even though you've been working quite hard towards it, the lifestyle that you have been working towards, including all the social encounters and events, everything as you know it, is crumbling and needs to crumble in order for something new to emerge. So this is like, it feels very much to me like a paradigm shift, whereby you know that even though it's like the system that represents your lifestyle and your home, and the system that represents where you put your pentacles. And where you put your pentacles is where you put your energy, where you put your money, where you put your property, where you put your focused energy and your savings, where that's going. And as well as all the people that you've been surrounding yourself with in social events, perhaps they're the things as well that are tripping you up, that you're realizing, you know, I've outgrown you. I love you, I love you, I love you, but now I've outgrown you, because I see quite a lot of toxicity in the air, and it's just playing off each other, and it's too much. I said then. So there, you recognize that there is a crumbling of your whole paradigm, because it's affecting your whole people around you, it's affecting your home life, it's affecting your lifestyle, it's affecting your money and where you invest. Very interesting. And then of course you move away with this 8 of Cups. You're wanting to now shift and move on, ascend higher, and take that new paradigm shift now that you've seen the reality of where things need to really operate from. So the eyes are opening up through the heart. 8 of Cups, please. Who are you walking away from? Gemini. we've got the Five of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Wands. Oh, you're walking away. I've got to get my words right with this. You're walking away from empty promises of leadership. That's what came. Okay, so the way I make that the way I make sense of that, the Queen of Wands is a bold leader, quite feisty, quite makes things happen, very powerful. And the Five of Pentacles, all about poverty, really, not enough, lack mentality. And it seems to me that you're either walking away from somebody, but I feel like this is just, she represents a lot. Sometimes, you know, the Queen of Wands would be the only card in the tarot that really represents like a mistress of a situation, right? Now, if we think about her in that respect, it's a negative, a lower vibe of the Queen of Wands, but because she's very attractive and she's very feisty and very bold and brazen, you know, very sexy actually. But if we think about from that perspective, you are no longer being seduced by the emptiness of that. Now, that by itself, very powerful. That by itself says a volume of things. But when you pair them up together, anchored by the Eight of Cups, basically you're walking away from empty promises from leadership roles. And that's why it's all affecting your tower, your paradigm shift as well. Okay, let us... Oh, we've got the Fool that wanted to pop out there, but I wasn't ready. I mean, you've got 3 aces, so you absolutely in that full energy. If you had 4 aces, that's like the full energy, right? Amalgamated in one. Justice. Can we clarify justice, please, for Gemini? Oh no, that's too many. Let's try that again. Otherwise, I'll be here all day. Okay, justice for Gemini, please. One on the floor. We have the King of Pentacles, with heartbreak, and with the Lovers. Dear. Okay, so King of Pentacles really refers as well. Obviously, it could be a partner type person, someone, a romantic partner, male or female, doesn't matter. And there would be someone who, you know, tends to be a business owner, down to earth, that sort of thing. But then we've got these 2 cards over here. So you're wanting the most literal reading of those 4 cards would be wanting justice over a situation from an ex-partner where there was heartbreak, okay, where there was someone chose someone else and you wanting justice from that. That's the most literal answer as it relates to matters of the heart, because that red heart's really jumping out at me in between those 2. On the other aspect, the King of Pentacles does represent being a business owner, knowing he knows exactly what he's doing long term with his business, with his money, with his sense of security, with his property. Okay. And there was been some heartbreak because the things that you put into what you were defining as your security, whether that be money, property, work, whatever that is, it's not kind of, it didn't quite go according to plan, and a choice needed to be made. Okay, so you're hoping that as a result of this choice that had to, maybe was done, I feel like it's out of your hands, you're hoping that you'll get the justice. You're hoping that you'll get positive results, or a positive verdict, let's just put it that way, because I'll use a legal term as if we speak about justice there. Queen of Swords, please. So this is your energy now stepping into, finding your new sense of self. Queen of Swords, please. Why is it Queen of Swords? Thank you. Right. We got the Moon. We got the Two. Yes, the Two of Swords and the Hangman. Right. So you are you're no longer beating around the bush with that, with the Moon card there, where things aren't that clear. You are no longer undecided about what to do. You're no longer waiting and trying to see things from all aspects here. This is like you have graduated out of this energy here into your clear, true knowing, particularly with that Ace of Swords, okay? So no more is there secrecy or things hidden beneath the veil. No more do you not know which direction to go in. You're no longer in that Nine of Swords, and no more are you hanging around trying to observe it, trying to give things the benefit of the doubt. No way. You're powering forward in your Queen of Swords energy. Boom. Right, let us get an oracle card here for you. What does Gemini need to know, please, for January 2022? Oh, there we go. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay. So, you've got the tick tock card. It's the number 30. 30 reduces to a 3, which is the number of catalyst and creativity. Basically, time waits for no man. First of all, time is non-existent because it is not as linear as we are. So the past doesn't exist, the future doesn't exist. We're always in a place of now, right? But in terms of the momentum, in terms of this potential that is surrounding you at the moment, especially as you've got the Magician and the Justice card, the time is now. There is no time. There's no time like the present. You've got to grab hold of whatever you need and move on. I was going to say run, but maybe that's a bit too much. The Eight of Cups, you are making a departure there. You had the Six of Wands over there, which is a departure. You have this renewed hope, this new vision for the future. You're no longer hanging about trying to appease other people. TikTok, no time like this, like the present. Just go with it. Just go with it. Let us see what Sacred Destiny has for you. Now, sometimes that TikTok card may come and it's all about, oh, recognize the timing. Maybe you need to slow down. Maybe you need to be more patient. No, not for you. Not for you. The time is now, because all those energies are supporting you. So best you use them to your advantage. Forgiveness. There we go. So that is the thing that's coming up again with this Nine of Swords here. As you're doing all the introspection to how people relate to you, interact with you, correspond with you, as you have a deeper understanding of all the dynamics at play in those sorts of interactions, as you recognize your own inner triggers and what might be triggering them, and hear yourself speak as you speak, that is going to put you into a beautiful place of forgiveness. And that way, knowing that things are going to crumble, you can move with grace. Knowing that you're now needing to move on because you won't wait for empty promises anymore, false promises. You want to move on. But with that, I see you walking with grace. Walking with grace. I've got goosebumps now. So it's it's really nice. It's really highly spiritual. Right. What else do we have, please, for Gemini? What else do they need to know, please, from Spirit? What do they need to know? Any advice for Gemini? Thank you. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Now, Gemini, with your natural abilities to see the good, the bad, and the ugly, to see things from so many different perspectives, to have the type of absorbing brain that can just sponge information, knowledge so easily. These are your natural attributes. In this way, as you move through this energy and use the potential energy to help you define the new you, walk away from the things that are more of a lower vibe, you become the priestess, you become the mystic, you become the teacher. Because you have the experience now. You have the experience. You've been through it. You've done the internal work. You have the experience. So in that, you start to look at the beauty in that heart space. You start to take the bull by the horns and kind of make my decision. I'm going to run with this. I'm going to go because I know, like I know, this is the path. And the path really is obviously of least resistance, but it's following your inner truth. Okay, once you suss all those things out, how you can't always suss other people out without sussing them, how it impacts you. Once you do all that, you graduate into this new paradigm shift for yourself. It's really nice, Gemini, really, really nice. So, that's all I have for you. If this did resonate, please do like, subscribe, comment, and share. I wish you all the best for January, and I'll see you next month. Okay, take care. Bye.